weather blossoming right now, and we got to get over to Felicia to keep people safe and tell them exactly where it is.
Yeah, it was like all of a sudden that switch flipped, and we had numerous severe thunderstorm warnings. We've got a tornado warning, so we want to take a look at all of that. Take a look at the two different clusters of storms that we've got going on here, man. This one means business, crossing over the Mississippi, moving into Illinois. Now you can see all those warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, and then another cluster that we'll touch on as that's diving south through Kentucky currently. So let's take a closer look at some of these storms. We've got a tornado warning that's in progress right now. That's the red polygon. But even some of these severe thunderstorm warnings that you're seeing, you're having 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. You're having hail within this as well. So this particular system, this particular area of storminess is really something that you're going to want to take shelter from, even if you're in the severe thunderstorm warning, but not the tornado warning. Now, the tornado warning that we have ongoing right now, Bushnell, Macomb City, you're all included in that. And these storms, guys, these are moving so fast. They're blasting eastward at 70 miles an hour. So this storm is going to be on you so quickly. Again, it's a tornado warning, but you could have some hail within it as well. Seeing a little bit of rotation there on the radar. You can see this is going to continue to move eastward. So Macomb, if you are there, if you're listening to me right now, I want you in your safe place. That is the lowest level of your home, away from the doors, away from the windows. So you just want to make sure that you're nowhere near like trying to look out, because it's also going to have a lot of heavy rain. Jensen, I'm sorry, what were you saying to me? East at 70. So yeah, these are moving really, really quickly. Going to cross over that 67. I think that's Highway 67. So timing it out for you, Macomb 11:11. So this is going to be on you very, very, very quickly. Bushnell 11:20, Harris 11:24, Cass 11:29. So the actual warning is going to should end around 11:30 local time, but it could be extended. That's what we've been seeing as this particular area of storminess is blasting eastward. This severe thunderstorm warning, it has a destructive tag on it, guys. That is a high threat level with these storms, and that's because you've got those 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts certainly possible. And not only that, but it is moving quickly eastward. Macomb, I can't stress enough. Burlington, make sure you guys are not out. Make sure you get in your safe place. We've got a severe thunderstorm watch for much of this area. This is going to continue until 5 p.m. local time. But then we also have very active weather ongoing as you look farther south across portions of Kentucky, across southern portions of Indiana. This severe thunderstorm warning here, including Morgantown, Greencastle, Sugar Grove until 11:15. You've got the damaging winds, you've got the hail, and we've got a severe thunderstorm watch for this area as well for until 1 p.m. local time. So a little while left on this. We're going to talk more about all of this coming up, keeping an eye on those storms and where those storms are headed. You can see another severe thunderstorm watch issued for places like Nashville and Columbia. So guys, I'll be watching that as we head through the show and keeping an eye on those severe warnings.
We'll check back in with
man,
you, Felicia.
it's so busy out there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. We appreciate it.
All right. So this particular area of storminess is really something that you're going to want to take shelter from, even if you're in the severe thunderstorm warning, but not the tornado warning. Now, the tornado warning that we have ongoing right now, Bushnell, Macomb City, you're all included in that. And these storms, guys, these are moving so fast. They're blasting eastward at 70 miles an hour. So this storm is going to be on you so quickly. Again, it's a tornado warning, but you could have some hail within it as well. Seeing a little bit of rotation there on the radar. You can see this is going to continue to move eastward. So Macomb, if you are there, if you're listening to me right now, I want you in your safe place. That is the lowest level of your home, away from the doors, away from the windows. So you just want to make sure that you're nowhere near like trying to look out, because it's also going to have a lot of heavy rain. Jensen, I'm sorry, what were you saying to me? East at 70. So yeah, these are moving really, really quickly. Going to cross over that 67. I think that's Highway 67. So timing it out for you, Macomb 11:11. So this is going to be on you very, very, very quickly. Bushnell 11:20, Harris 11:24, Cass 11:29. So the actual warning is going to should end around 11:30 local time, but it could be extended. That's what we've been seeing as this particular area of storminess is blasting eastward. This severe thunderstorm warning, it has a destructive tag on it, guys. That is a high threat level with these storms, and that's because you've got those 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts certainly possible. And not only that, but it is moving quickly eastward. Macomb, I can't stress enough. Burlington, make sure you guys are not out. Make sure you get in your safe place. We've got a severe thunderstorm watch for much of this area. This is going to continue until 5 p.m. local time. But then we also have very active weather ongoing as you look farther south across portions of Kentucky, across southern portions of Indiana. This severe thunderstorm warning here, including Morgantown, Greencastle, Sugar Grove until 11:15. You've got the damaging winds, you've got the hail, and we've got a severe thunderstorm watch for this area as well for until 1 p.m. local time. So a little while left on this. We're going to talk more about all of this coming up, keeping an eye on those storms and where those storms are headed. You can see another severe thunderstorm watch issued for places like Nashville and Columbia. So guys, I'll be watching that as we head through the show and keeping an eye on those severe warnings.
We'll check back in with
man,
you, Felicia.
it's so busy out there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. We appreciate it.
All right, looks like another tornado warning.
Yeah, guys, they just keep popping up. But I will tell you, even outside of the tornado warnings, these severe thunderstorm warnings, we're packing winds at like 80 miles an hour. So those straight line winds within these severe thunderstorm warnings are meaning business anyways. So if you're in this region and you're under a severe thunderstorm warning, I want you to treat it as a tornado warning, because those 80-mile-per-hour winds can bring down a tree, especially an unhealthy tree, very easily. So you can see some of our warnings that we have going on here. Tons of lightning. You've got hail with this, and this is moving fast, guys. This whole section of storminess is moving east at about 70 miles an hour, especially this front part that's bowing out very quickly. So let's take a quick look at our two tornado warnings that we have ongoing here. This tornado warning still for Macomb, Bushnell, Macomb City. You can see it here, Macomb. It is closing in now. The kind of meat of the storm is edging over that Highway 67 corridor, moving so fast. Please get in your safe spot. Please be away from those doors and windows, lowest level of your home. If you know you've got a bunch of trees around your home and a particular one that is unhealthy, maybe especially stay away from that area, because these type of winds could definitely. Another tornado warning. We're just starting to see the edge of the worst of this edge past La Harpe there. It's going to move toward Roseville. So Roseville, you're included in that. This is what they're seeing. They're picking up on some of this rotation here, and that's why we've got that tornado warning. Guys, these storms mean business. Not even if we get the a tornado out of this, but particularly those dangerous straight line winds as well. And we've got some heavy rain, so you're not going to be able to see exactly where a tornado might be. Taking a very close look here, you can see Terre Haute, but then also where we've got some of that circulation right down to road level. We're able to do that for you. So East County Road 2900, County Road 3000 as well. There's La Harpe. So you guys are kind of in the thick of seeing this move in at this point. La Harpe, I would be in my safe place currently. Now, this isn't a confirmed tornado on the ground, but we are picking up those signatures that this particular area of storminess really means business. I was talking about the severe thunderstorm warnings as well, tornado possible, that threat destructive tag. Guys, it's not often that we see them put that destructive threat tag on, so you know these storms are meaning business. You can see the timing on this. We're going to look at this and keep an eye on these storms as we head through the show.
All right, Felicia, we're going to get back to you in just a minute here, but first we want to
We've got these two clusters of thunderstorms, but one seems to be much more potent.
Yeah, this particular area of storminess that's moving over the Mississippi into Illinois is really potent, guys. I can't stress enough. I know that sometimes we see the severe thunderstorm warning and we don't pay as much attention to that as a tornado warning, but these severe thunderstorm warnings are really meaning business as well. So I want to make sure that we're taking it seriously, that if you can just wait for this to pass, because it's not a huge area of storminess and it's moving so quickly that it is going to move through really fast. So if you can just stay where you are, wait for it to pass, you're going to have much better weather after this. You can see our two tornado warnings that we have here, but basically this whole segment of storminess is warned in some way, whether it's a severe thunderstorm warning or those tornado warnings like we're seeing. So let's take a look at our tornado warnings now. That Highway 67 corridor is really getting just absolutely smashed by these storms currently. Macomb, you're dealing with, I'm guessing, probably some of the hail as well as this is moving through, so I really hope you're in your safe spot in Macomb. Now, this is set to expire at 11:30, so just a couple more minutes left on this, but as you notice, this doesn't look like it's losing a whole lot of steam, so I wouldn't be surprised if we at least carry those severe thunderstorm warnings a little bit farther east. Our other tornado warning for La Harpe, Roseville. If you're in Roseville right now, you need to be in your safe place. These storms into pattern. We have a lot of severe weather ongoing, so we want to look at this really quickly before we continue on with the show. You see it here. We've got two different areas of storminess. One, just absolute wall of lightning and storms traversing over the Mississippi, moving into western Illinois. Look at all of these severe thunderstorm warnings, and two tornado warnings as well. We're keeping a close eye on this as these storms are moving very quickly. They're moving 70 miles an hour to the east. We've got tornado warnings for Macomb and then another tornado warning just north of that for places like Roseville. So guys, we're keeping a close eye on this. It's just so busy out there.
We'll get back to you in just a second.
Thanks, Felicia.
All right, let's get a look at those severe thunderstorm warnings that we have ongoing now as well. So we've got a pocket of storms moving into western Illinois, and then we've got some really feisty storms also dashing southward through Kentucky as well. So if you're in either one of these areas, take these storms seriously. We've got severe warnings for a reason, and it's because they're dangerous. Basically, this whole segment of storminess warned for either a severe thunderstorm warning or for tornado warning. Welcome back in. Keeping an eye on our latest tornado warning. We've got two different clusters of storminess that we're watching. One moving through Illinois and one here diving south through Kentucky. Want to take a look, a wide view. You can see the Boeing segment of this as it's pushing down toward that I-65 corridor. We've got several severe thunderstorm warnings for those gusty winds, but we also now have a new tornado warning here in southern Kentucky. Adolphus, Halfway, Woodburn, you're all included in this until noon. Bowling Green right now, you guys are getting whacked by some of that storminess, but all of this is going to progress southeastward. It's moving at about 35 miles an hour, picking up really good indication as we look at the velocity radar here of some rotation within this. Again, moving southeast at about 35 miles an hour. So I want you to get in your safe place if you're in Adolphus or Halfway. We're going to time this out and look at other tornado warnings coming up shortly, guys, but we're going to get back to me with that.
All right, we appreciate that, Felicia. We'll get right back to you.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Pattern. This is your home for the latest news in climate change and sustainability. I'm Jordan Steele.
And I'm Steph Abrams.
All right, let's take a look at a couple of the different hazards that we have going on right now, because it's not just the severe thunderstorms and the tornado warnings, but you'll also notice quite a few green polygons popping up here between Evansville down through Bowling Green, and those are flash flood warnings because we've had quite a bit of rain coming down. So you've got ponding on the roadways, you've got these very strong storms moving through. A tornado warning currently for Adolphus, Halfway, Woodburn, you're all included in that. That's until noon. This is racing southeastward at about 35 miles an hour, getting ready to cross over that 65 corridor. Timing it out for you in Woodburn around 11:36, Mount Ariel around 11:49. We're going to take a look at some of the other storms that we have moving through in Kentucky currently, timing that out for you for this tornado warning around Temperance around 11:45, New Row 11:58, Adolphus 12 p.m. You can see this is embedded within this Boeing line segment of storms that are meaning business as they're diving south through Kentucky. Want to get up to the storms that we're also watching in Illinois as well, though. We did have some tornado warning storms, but now we have our severe thunderstorm warnings. I don't want you to take those any lighter, though, than you would a tornado warning, because some of these severe thunderstorm warnings are packing winds at 80 miles per hour with those gusts. They have hail with them as well. And all of this is on a beeline right now toward places like Peoria and Springfield. And guys, it's not losing steam. Thanks to Jensen, my weather producer, telling me that this moved through Hancock County, and looking at their power outage tracker, it's looking now like about 50% of that county with the customers there could be out of power. So that is a good indication that these storms really are quite feisty as they're moving farther eastward. Peoria, keep an eye on this. This is going to be there within the next 30 minutes to an hour or so, and these storms are racing eastward, guys.
All right, Felicia, we'll get
this really potent area of storminess that's now moving toward Peoria and Springfield, Illinois. We've got a tornado warning in southern Kentucky. I want to touch on these storms, though, because they are racing eastward so quickly. We're talking about forward motion within this system at 70 or 80 miles an hour, and then 70 or 80 mile per hour wind gusts as well. Destructive threat tag put on the severe thunderstorm warning. Peoria, this is going to be on you within, say, the next, I'd say, 20 minutes or so. So this is one of those times where you just want to kind of sit and wait it out if you're trying to get on the road in the next 20 minutes. Welcome back in. Keeping an eye on the storms that are blasting through Illinois right now. We've got severe thunderstorm warnings up. Guys, look how quickly this complex of storms is moving eastward. Peoria, you are now included in a severe thunderstorm warning. Look at the bowing of this line segment along I-72. Man, that is a tough drive. I hope no one is stuck in that. Timing this out, Peoria, this is around 12:06 arriving for you, so you've got less than 20 minutes. Eureka around 12:22. We've got 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts within this storm, which the storm motion is 70 to 80 miles per hour along that Boeing segment as well. So those two things together are going to add a little extra oomph. You could see could have some power outages as that moves through as well. Maybe a bit of hail too. Jacksonville, you're in this again. This is Illinois traveling along that 72 corridor. Springfield, you're just outside of that severe thunderstorm warning currently, but I do think it's going to hold together with enough steam that Springfield, you want to watch this as well. We've got that considerable threat tag on this. Cities like Beardstown, Havana, Jacksonville, all all included in that severe thunderstorm warning. Timing it out for you, Jacksonville, it's knocking on your door. It's almost there right now, but Gardner around 12:06, Springfield around 12:11, and then continuing to move eastward toward Pawnee around 12:20 as well. Now, as mentioned, watching this other tornado warning that we have here around southern Kentucky, that is set to expire at noon, but this Boeing line segment also covered in severe thunderstorm warnings as well, so we're going to watch that as it edges south towards cities like Nashville. I've got more coming up, guys, at the end of the block.
Yeah, because this is like all day and all night. It's not going to end.
And it's just going to, I think in some places, get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, it is. Felicia, thank you.
All right, let's get a weather update with Felicia. The storm's heading towards Peoria and Springfield, Illinois.
Yeah, and they are really producing quite a bit of destructive winds within these storms. So not only is the storm complex itself moving at highway speeds eastward, but we've got some of these storms within that have the wind gusts 70, 80 miles an hour. Timing this out for you, Peoria, you're included in that severe thunderstorm warning. Now, I can't stress this enough, guys. I know sometimes we shrug off the severe thunderstorm warnings a little bit, but these particular warnings mean business. It's going to be to Logan around 11:55, so in the next couple minutes, this is going to continue blasting eastward as well. Another severe thunderstorm warning just south of that, Jacksonville. This is knocking on your door along I-72. It's going to continue blasting eastward toward places like Springfield around 12:11, Pawnee around 12:20, and we also have a series of severe thunderstorms